Welcome back to Just Fantastic Crafts channel. Today we're back at Sunless Sea, where the sun don't shine and the sea is great. I don't know why I made that. Let's just go and see where anything brings us. I need to remember and find out some stuff about the game. But for now, yeah, the Z-bot is actually going to go towards land. The Self-first little ship strong, the wave here, the crew glows wistful, they swap out all stories of sunlight, of sunlit sea. We draw near Canal, the way to the surface. This was one of the big ports. Discover the Canal. We have entered the fog bank. Now my ship is taking damage. Well done me. I managed to murder an animal. A very modest challenge for knowledge. Let's continue getting knowledge. All clear. Actually, we need to go this way. The terror is flying up because we're in a fog. It's still flying up. It's now gonna get, at least it's gonna slow down and going up. It's now even gonna start going down. I don't know if you can actually go outside, but there is something that I know that you can do, but that requires the DLC, which I might get at some point, which is the Submariner DLC. Which allows you to go down under the water. Dock. The Canal staging area. The canal ascends through locks and gates and shadowed turns to the sunlight of the surface. Assist the gnomic elephant in an enterprise dubiously legal. Unlocked with ruby writing. Ah yes, we have this guy actually. Probably. A riddle. There's 10 individuals in a room, one of whom is an ancient tyrant. How can you distinguish him? Answer. Burglarize a private library for a picture of him beforehand. Go. Knowing the enemy. As dinner bells sound throughout the port, you carry a ladder to one of the long-moored, half-legal ship hostels. You prop the ladder to the porthole of what the Gulliver assures you is the cabin of a French diplomat. He ascends swiftly, leaving you to carry the ladder away. Half an hour later, the Gulliver is back on your deck. He polishes his ruby cuffs. I have seen the face of eternity printed in ink. It was a terrible face. The gnomic Gallivant now knows his target's face. And Misery Cove Funging Station is where we need to go. Listen to the surface. Stories await you when you next make port. Unlock with no more than gather information for port report. Let's go gather information for a port report. The gates open and shut. The locks remain free from sabotage. If anywhere besides London is safe, the Undersea, it's here. The surface nations have an interest in keeping the way open. And finally, let's listen for surface gossip. A card game ends badly when one surface sailor knives another for all the usual reasons. The other players scrabble for the coins that spill from her pockets, but you snatch up a scrap of paper they overlook. Curious markings, dates, times, codenames. Spies network? Moves in the great game. The nations of Europe and beyond compete for influence. Their posts reach even to the Neath. The admiral and the diplomat, among others, will be interested to hear this. And that's all for now. And travel to the surface. Unlock with menaces. Yearning bring more than 199? So I can go outside? Perhaps not. Let's actually let's dock and go to the shops and buy some fuel. We are currently kind of poor, but well, we don't exactly have a choice now, do we? And let's just leave without having any money. Where is my money? My money is 40. Supplies, I have supplies. This sells by 3, so it's fine. The food is fine. The fuel wasn't. Damn, fuel is expensive. We probably need to make our way back to London, so we can give back the stories and such. That way we are able to actually... What is that? That's a floating light. Ah, never mind. We want to go back to London so we can give the port report, and that will give us some money. Or we can just go down or left. I don't know. Matters it which way you're looking at it. I can go down. Left is covered in fog, so let's avoid that thing. Food is fine. So when this thing crosses this one, it... A sluggish wave fed the crew, yes. Home water, zealous dodo at the rail, watching for the lights of London. Yes, we're going home for now. It was a quick and a little bit... It was a quick adventure that we needed to make just to say hello to whatever we wanted to say hello to. We can actually sell the captain's advice and learn well and learn on the spot, which is not gonna be fun, but I mean, this is my first time playing this game, and if I manage to laughter for the home deck, from the foredeck. Welcome home. Go. Something has changed in the Neath. Someone wants to sign up. That's all for now. You have one of another day free evening. A Rose Market bustler on the Roser's Wharf, who will be there today. A little gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. Your lodgings. A merchant venturer. An urchin tugs your sleeve. Consider a specialist surgeon. She is staying at a respectable boarding house near the docks and has made it known that she is available for work. Caters to collectors when setting anyone with exotic tastes and the scrumptious harass. Okay, let's first go to London. We want to visit the Admiralty Survey Office. Let's go there. Now let's see, the Canal. If you've been there, I suppose we may as well hear about it. The fee is normal though. We're just gonna give him the story about this thing and speak to the higher authority. Do you have an appointment? If there is anything in particular they need, if you can be assured of your discretion. Let's go with this thing. Retrieve information from the Iron and Misery Company funking station. This is where we're supposed to go, and let's see. Okay, they are not gonna allow us back to the foggy streets. Unlock with one secret, you have one. Unlock with favors, antiquarian. Visit the university. Visit the Rose Market. A matter of luck, pretty good. A curse in wolf-stuck dogs. There is no danger here. Trying to enjoy yourself. This will reduce your terror. You might run into trouble or romance. A matter of luck. Your luck, eh? Your luck quantity gives you 80% chance of success. Unlocked with 10 echoes. More than 9, I have 7. Put your ship in a dry dock. Unlocked with more than 0, Tom colonists. And unlocked with another day, a new recruit. You have 5. Let's see what we can do with a little gift. A very fine evening, do you, Captain? This guy looks like a trusty gentleman. A very fine evening to you, Captain. My what you might call mentor is very fond of adventures, Captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation. On account of he is so fond of the Captains. On account of he is so fond of the Captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dry piled high with fuel and supplies. Accept the dispensation. Do make sure you have 15 points of space in the hold or come back later. It would be embarrassing to have some left on the dock. And inquire further. Who is this patron? Is there a catch? Too good to be true. Let's see if there is a catch. He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river. War is much patronized by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar. A public owes, and there is no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, when I do imagine he would refuse. For you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine he would refuse your offer. I mean, let's not talk with the very not shady gentleman. Speak with the merchant adventurer. I have need of a reliable agent, following that an inventive one. Here are my requirements. An occurrence, your objective to venture is now one, a dream and a scheme. Speak to him further to check your journal. He has specific needs. He will pay much better than the market rates, and he won't ask you how you came by these things. Let's see. Something romantic and the smuggler, something bright. Oh, okay, let's see journal. This guy. A dream and a scheme. He has a plan. We will need something. Locked with stew luck. Of silk. Okay, so that guy is a specialist surgeon. Her talents would become... perhaps not. An advice for captains? Perhaps not. Let's go to journal and no, let's go to hold. Essay. Essay. This would fetch 50 echoes in fallen London shops. Sell this thing for 50 echoes. Let's buy supplies. And I would run out of money technically. I want more fuel to have. With the 35 echoes, let's just hire her. Yes. We have no more recruits for the moment. She comes with a bag full of knives and her own personal sharpening stone. Don't touch these. Don't let anyone else touch them. Appoint your new officer by dragging her from the officer's tab. Yes, it's this thing. She's a surgeon and we now have a 57. Yes, she gives 5. No, she gives 6 cards and 6 iron. Well, that gives us more damage. I don't know how a surgeon gives us more damage. Or maybe she has pinpoint accuracy, I don't know. And now we need to go and find that place we need to visit, which is the iron and whatever it was. And we always have to visit the office for money. Because if I follow their advice, they would give me more money. Or well, not advice, but if I follow what they tell me to do. You can lower terror, by the way. It's low, that it doesn't really matter for now. Hunter's Keep. Discovered Low Barnet. Low Barney. Hunter's Keep. Wanna visit Hunter's Keep? We might find a story there. And then we might suffer for it. Hunter's Keep, a hump of dark rocks washed in mist like 100 other under the islands. Let's see, spy on the high, on the reconcile the law gives you. You now have a port report. Okay, we got the port report. That's the first thing we need to do. Spy on the house. We have 77% chance of you doing this. Let's spy on the house. Your music drifts across the pier, across the terrace. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlor, grand in size, if little reduced by style, by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over the piano keyboard. Another fair-haired but unmistakable her sister sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says, the piano music falters and stops. We'll go hungry, and then the end will come. For me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush, we don't speak of it, she frowns. She has seen you at the window. You withdraw. You succeeded in Vale's challenge. The higher the quality, the higher the success chance. You know something of Hunter's Keep. Present yourself at the house. They will have heard your ship come in. Why hide? Knock and enter. A maid with smoldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlor where 3 young women wait. A visitor, the youngest cries, the next youngest chuckles, the eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You're very welcome. I'm Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe, and the cheerful one is Lucy. You're in good time for lunch. Will you join us? Cynthia is the eldest, melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. L- lunch, luncheon, luncheon. Is it luncheon? Lunch with the sisters. Phoebe's soft-voiced, watchful, unpredictable. Lunch with Lucy. Lucy's the middle sister, sunny, restless, prone to giggles. Let's see. News. With everything unlocked and locked with recent news. Cynthia is the eldest, melancholy, pensive, occasionally dramatic. Let's go with the dramatic one. Cynthia grasps your arm and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue, her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you are sitting on a hillside above the wide blue lake, listening to a story of a murder, an axe, a net, blood on scented water. Another chop? Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food. Here, I'll have the maid wrap something for you. You can't be hungry. You're not safe to be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry. You've gained a new terror, a tale of terror. That's all for now. You've gained one supplies. You've acquainted the sisters of the Hunter's Keep. You've lost 48 hunger. Iron remains unchanged, 25. You have now goods of the Zay, salt's attention. And now, I am gonna call it an episode. For now, thank you for joining me, and with this tale of terror, I bid you goodbye.